I was making a pretty good income. Things were happening in the Bay Area, you know, a unique period in Silicon Valley. And so there was a lot of job availability, a lot of opportunity. But that wasn't satisfying to me. I read this book and my wife and I were already in transition. She was going back to graduate school after having worked. So in our transition, we decided to go to Europe. And I wanted to read books that were relevant to the places that we were going to be. And so I picked this up. It was recommended as something to read while in Italy, as we were going to be seeing all his great pieces of art. And one thing that really stuck with me in the book in terms of his struggle and the metaphor of the book is he believed that in each piece of marble, this marble block that just was hauled out of the quarry, that there was a unique piece of art and a unique statue or whatever it was, sculpture, in that block. And he saw it as his job to try and figure out what the block was supposed to be. And I saw that as kind of a metaphor for my life, as I was kind of debating whether, discontent in my work and it wasn't fulfilling. So I saw it as a metaphor that I need to go out and figure out what's inside myself and what's going to fulfill me. I don't know that all of a sudden I got this metaphor and I knew what I was going to do for the next 20 years of my life. It wasn't like that, but it was like, I can make a change. There's more to me than what I'm doing in my job, and I want to discover what that is. So let's go out and start exploring more. So it really served as more inspiration to more exploration. I love great stories. I love really, really well-written stories. They take me to places that I wouldn't otherwise experience, time periods, obviously, that I can't go to. But apart from the history and going to different places that I wouldn't otherwise experience, I think stories teach me about human experience. And I learn about my own experience from stories. That's what I look for in stories that I want to read or am looking to read is the human connections, the human element, and the struggles we all have as travelers on this earth. It hasn't really changed, from Michelangelo in the 1500s to earlier than that to, modern day stories. There's connections all throughout. So when I'm reading, I love the experience of just losing myself in the story. And, that's the best part of my day, oftentimes, is when I get on that train. So when I get into a story, my brain just shifts. It allows my brain to shift. And it puts perspective on what I do day to day, I think. I think that's the enriching part for me, is in connecting with the characters and what the author's trying to say about our humanity. It helps me put in perspective my day to day.